like, you know, you see those people at the top. I don't know if I believe in karma. You know what I mean? And I'm like, if I had to lose my career over this bullshit, at least I can say I was consistent in my views, and I have been consistently against genocide, and it consistently uplifted the Palestinian people. Others can't say that, but I can. And I feel like such a for crying, but it's just like you sit and reflect and what the dude. There are some days I just sit and I'm just like, I'm just like I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? You know what I mean?
Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, Frogan has responded. I actually haven't watched the video yet. I think a couple guys got to it before me. I imagine Chud probably talked about it either today or yesterday, and Papa Gut probably went over it. I have no idea what's in this video. Dude, the thing is, people keep realizing that Frogan is an extremely small content creator. I think this channel has 57,000 views, but only 7,000 subscribers. Like, this guy. Like, if you're a commentary viewer, Frogan has less YouTube subscribers than, like, Dead on Dave, but goes viral on Twitter, like, once a week. I don't know if you've seen the, people were saying that I make too many tweets talking about the commentary community as a whole being dead, and they're probably right. I have discussed it a few times, but once every 2 weeks or something, I've been making a tweet that is just Frogan doesn't get enough hate. It's just a quote. I just keep writing this. It'll either be a reply tweet, or it'll be like a quote tweet. I don't even know what it says. I'm not even watching the clips. I just write Frogan doesn't get enough hate, and then it get boom, 7,000 like. Boom, 7,000 like, dude. Out of nowhere, bro. It just boom, 7,000 like. The other day, like literally a screenshot, okay? Because I thought I wasn't covering any more content cop stuff. Oh man, just when thank you, Twitter. Sorry. Oh man, just when I think I'm done. Boom, 8,000 likes. Frogan is the most well-known 20 viewer streamer in the history of fucking social media, okay? Like, the most viral failed streamer I think I've ever seen. And it's just, the thing is, she gets a lot of hate, right? Because most of the audience fucking hates her. She doesn't have an established fan base. So whenever she goes viral, there's really no one there to defend her. It's just other communities who, like, feel bad for her, but don't actually watch her content.
Nicholas!
For every person you see defending Frogan, I guarantee you, 1 in like 50 of them actually tune into her live streams when she's not talking about Hasan Piker. That's probably how it works.
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Like, that's essentially it. Like, I think that's pretty fair, I guess. Is that like they're the people who are defending her are like Hasan fans, Denim fans, Mike from PA fans, if those do exist. But like, even they're not watching her because her views are still shit. on a regular basis. Anyway, I posted this in the Discord server. So we're gonna check this out right now. It's pretty short. I'm probably not gonna start gaming during this segment.
Hi, my name is Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making a
I hate her. If this wasn't so important, I'd put a donation bounty to end the segment early. I'm not even kidding you. It's extremely difficult. Whoever in the chat is just like, God, Nick just never lets the fucking video play and always pauses. I'm sorry. I literally couldn't go 4 seconds without saying how much I can't stand her.
Hi, my name is Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making a solo YouTube video about everything that has happened the last...
Why is this so low? Is this me on my end? I have it boosted at max volume. Hold on. Let's try this.
Last year and a half. I address everything on my podcast, Arabs, which...
And she's literally clipping her own fucking words, dude. It's like popping.
Hi, my name is Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making...
Wait, no, that's not even clipping. What's making it pop?
Hi, my name is Frogan, and this...
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the...
Are you hearing this? It's popping.
Hi, my name is Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making a solo...
Hi, my name is Frogan.
YouTube video about everything that has happened the last...
I swear, these Twitch streamers like have to fucking record themselves on camera without people seeing it one time, and it's a fucking tragedy every single time it happens.
Last year and a half. I address everything on my podcast, Arabs, which you can find the link below, but today it's just going to be you and I. I think the content cop was great. You know, I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy, and, you know, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan. One of the main things, especially as content...
What? Wait, I'm sorry. I just spaced out. My hatred just overcame me. Did she say the content cop was so people feel empathy for Ethan?
I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy, and, you know, it was supposed to make people feel...
It was literally a hard-hitting video for the majority of the runtime, and at the end, he asked all of you to lie.
I appreciate that.
The popping is Frogan's hijab, finally submitting to the laws of nature.
Okay, I can't wait. Oh my god, she's actually so malicious. There's no way that she thinks this is the case.
The goat.
There's no fucking... I don't believe it. There's no fucking way that she thinks that that video was approached that way.
Nobody else does.
I don't even think the video tries that hard to frame it that way. What the fuck? I think one more is coming through.
What's the name
Yeah,
of
she's
the
delusional,
guy
but I also think she's
Keemstar
malicious.
Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
My theory on Frogan is that she does this all on purpose because, like, she needs to pay rent. So, like, once a month, it's like, oh, well, we haven't really had a lot of money come in this month. Better go insult veterans on my live stream and say they all should die, because at least I'll go on LSF and I'll be on Twitter, and then people will, like, hate raid me on stream. Then I can go around saying how much I've been, how many death threats I've gotten on my Instagram or something about this.
He approached it with empathy, and, you know, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan.
No, it wasn't.
You could have milked that.
No, it
so much
wasn't,
harder.
dude.
Big
No, it
content
fucking
strategy
wasn't.
problems here, Nick. I'll help you maximize.
Guys,
your
we're
money,
trying
right?
to do it. We're trying to make people feel bad for Ethan. Anyway, I'm gonna collab with all of the people who promote Bad Empanada and do a little dance number at the beginning. This is ridiculous.
The main things, especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you.
Bro, my chat dehumanizes me all of the time, dude. When I end my stream, I cease to exist. That's how normal people interact with streamers. Listen, if I like sat here and pretended it's like teachers, right? As soon as you get out of class, the teacher ceases to exist. If you run into them in like a supermarket or something, there's been a glitch in the matrix, okay? That's how your interactions with content creators should probably stay. I don't think that you need to like worry about what I do in my spare time.
The goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
I'm not thinking about the lives and families of all the people I criticize online. I honestly could care less.
So obviously,
hit the goal.
with so
Thank
much
you.
pressure on the internet, both on myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too, it's fucking hell. It's hard to manage. It's hard to deal with.
You know what sucks even more? Working for minimum wage at a supermarket that you have to drive 30 minutes to feed your family.
Is this really
I'm so
Wally?
fucking sick and tired of the streaming is so hard bullshit. Oh God, I get so much harassment on my day-to-day. It's like the only issue with your job. In your dream job, people write mean things on platforms. You have unlimited moderation tools to deflect or whatever. Oh no. Wow, that's terrible. People wrote shit in your extremely moderated chat.
Nicholas, the goat.
How do you even see all the hate before it gets deleted by your
Parasocial with Nick?
team of mods?
No. His dog?
It's so draining. Nobody told you to stream 40 hours a week.
Much pressure on the internet.
You guys react to videos all day and then talk about genocide and profit off of it. You have the easiest job on the planet.
On myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too. It's fucking hell. It's hard to manage. It's hard to deal with.
Then get a real job and stop riding Hasan's coattails.
So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way, and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan.
It wasn't. It was an extremely hard-hitting video. It just missed. The video wasn't even written that. He even said he had to go back and rewrite parts of it to make it a little bit nicer. It wasn't even the original intent of the video. But then he talked to the other guy and changed his fucking script. Apparently he was supposed to be in the content cop like suit longer at parts. I don't know.
Other people don't do that. And I've even said this before.
You know what this is? And I came to this conclusion the other day whilst I was watching the Augie stream from yesterday.
Nicholas,
the reason why
the goat. I appreciate
I did two things. One, I watched Content Cop Keemstar, and that video is hilarious. I don't even think the arguments super hold up anymore in any of the old Content Cops, because I think some of the stuff that he talks about is stuff that, for the most part, we don't really care about. The Keemstar one had a bunch of good points in it, though. My big takeaway is that video is extremely funny, and he did extremely funny things in it in comparison to the new BreadTube Plus video that he posted. My other thing is, it feels like the video personification of a concerned troll. Do you guys know what a concerned troll is? It's the user you've never seen before who has no comment history on your YouTube channel, or a chatter who claims they've been watching you for the last 10 years, who shows up to say like, hey dude, listen, I've been a fan for a really long time. You're really crashing out, man. All right, you need to take a breather. You need to log off. I've been here for years, dude. I've supported everything you've ever done, but you're fucking yourself up here, dude. When you're like objectively right in a situation, it's going extremely well, right? The concern trolling is like one of the most obnoxious forms of like fucking with somebody
Nicholas,
on Twitter and
the
in
goat.
chats and stuff like
Thank
that.
you for
The
$5,
video
my man.
is a concern troll. It's like, hey guys, here's all the criticisms. I'm gonna go bash you relentlessly for fucking 45 minutes, but in the last 15 minutes, I'm gonna post like some thinly veiled message, talk about you getting therapy, and then ask all these people who support the people who are like making videos simulating murdering your wife, fucking making videos talking about false allegations of your kids eating dog shit off the floor, and saying it's like good that CPS came to your house.
There's a KFC in
Thank you. And then we're gonna invite those people to lie.
Make Ethan feel better. That petty-ass video tried to get his meme apology score lowered beneath Ian's out of pure spite.
Yeah.
All because H3 had the audacity to ask iDubbbz to come out and defend his
It's just
kids
so
on his behalf.
cowardly. It's so cowardly to kind of like shape the video that way. It feels like a preemptive response to the criticism of the Content Cop series being like a harassment campaign. It's like, mine's not a harassment campaign. It's only a quote unquote harassment campaign for 3/4 of it. And then it's like, I asked Sean the Black to pretend that he admired something about Ethan. And then I ended the video with me crying about my wife. Obviously, this was a wake-up call. If it was a wake-up call, it wouldn't have been handled in a YouTube video.
I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators.
Deplatform then if you guys don't want to get deplatformed and take a month off, you guys shouldn't do fucking Zionist tier list and platforming terrorists and supporting people fucking hijacking ships on your stream, calling terrorists extremely musical people, okay? If you want to go after anybody for trying to deplatform, go after Hasan Piker, whose political escapades cost Twitch politics streamers like a month's worth of revenue and a mini adpocalypse to hit their platform, okay? I'm sorry. People are asking for Twitch to moderate everyone
Nicholas,
the same.
The goat.
They're
Thank you
asking for
the $5,
consistency.
my man.
The call isn't to specifically ban you because you wear a fucking hijab. They want consistency on Twitch, and you're currently the outlier who's the protected class. So unfortunately, sorry.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the
Yeah, it's like,
$5,
oh no,
my
they
man.
want the rules to apply to us on the most like highly moderated site ever.
I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform.
Okay, hearing pro-Israel and then the bomb going off is not like a good
Frogan be
audio
looking like
thing.
a high elf from Oblivion remaster.
Okay, all right, hold on. So again, now
yourself, Kevin,
one more on
please.
that. It has absolutely nothing to do with the hijab. No, but they need it to do. It has to be something with the hijab for them because then they can claim racism. Frogan is an obnoxious moron when she wears it or when she takes it off. Okay, it has nothing to do with her race or.
So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and
What's the name
in
of
a
the
softer
guy
way,
from
and
Keemstar Orbiter?
wanted to generate
Nick
empathy
Oreo.
for.
Mr.
All right, I think we're back to where we were. The generate
Nicholas,
empathy thing is
okay,
ridiculous.
20 seconds. Meme channel, please.
Meme channel, please. Oh, I'll take a look at it in a little bit. Let me get to the
Ethan.
segment.
Other people don't do that. And I've even said this before. I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel.
Okay, Ethan is extremely critical of Israel. The only part that he is pro is that they shouldn't like Israel should exist. that it should simply exist. Okay, that's why we should go bully Ethan, because a guy who has a fucking Israeli wife where he lived in Israel who has dual citizenship. Yeah, fuck that guy, okay? Because he will not concede on the one singular point that we're extremely annoying about.
And trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators.
And we went over this before my stream went down. It's like, no, you guys aren't being treated equally. People want equal treatment on Twitch, which is obviously pushing you guys. And again, there's no better argument for this. Frogan Woman of the Year or something. Everyone talks about how she's like fucking... This is, of course, probably going to be the Destiny subreddit, yeah. Dude, look at this. Look how AstroTurf this fucking freak is. After the fucking October 7th shit. Exciting news. Twitch has chosen me to be a featured legendary woman on the front page Together for Legendary Women. Like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, you are super astroturfed. There's no rules there's no rules that you guys have to follow on a site that's extremely critical of people like me. Unfortunately, Twitch is putting you in a position to get enormous amounts of criticism because they don't want to, like, throw a temp ban at you every so often to keep you in check. They let you just go roam around, say horrible things about people that go viral on social media. If you want to talk about who's responsible for the harassment, go look at Dan Clancy, okay? But because by not moderating Denims, Hasan, and Frogan, it has incited this wave of hatred that you guys have to deal with on a daily basis. And it's their fault too. You're saying stuff, it's your fault. It's their fault too for allowing this to go on. And like, I guess, by pushing you and also kind of by not banning you, it creates this unrest.
Real and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators. I think it's insane to involve his children and anybody else that really...
Wow, dude, doesn't it feel so good after the CPS stuff is done and over with and people tried to moralize it as like somebody from the house called. It must have been a fan. It had nothing to do with the Snark subreddit. It probably feels so nice to hear everybody come out and say this way after the fact, after it's already said and done. What a brave fucking post.
Doesn't deserve the criticism. I think Kayla deserves the criticism as well too, because she says some batshit crazy things on the podcast
The things that she apologized for that you guys just keep playing over and over and over again, yeah.
as well. And I've said this, and I'll say it again. If you're spewing pro-Israel propaganda, I'm going to call you out about it. I received a text.
Did you hear? I don't even have this on the docket today. It's actually the intro for tomorrow's VOD, because I needed like a newer Hasan clip to tack in front of it. The new clip of Hasan that I saw today is insane.
Mr. Oreo.
It bounces off exactly what Frogan's saying here, this pro-Israel stuff. I mean, I might have it in my downloads folder. Here, give me 2 seconds. I probably have the clip that I can just grab. Yeah, it's right here. Full screen, boom, downloads folder. Yeah, this one is wild. This is nutty.
I think like this will never happen, but in a totally just world, any kind of, regardless of your background, any kind of fucking Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi.
Okay, and by the way, keep in mind what they mean by Zionist. There's like the extra quotes behind that too. Like, holy shit.
And you shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as
you shouldn't be employed, okay? If you agree with, and they call Ethan a fucking Zionist. So that this applies to Ethan by their own, like, this is insane. He shouldn't be employed.
As Felix was
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Posting, if they've ever exhibited any sort of like positive feelings about the state of Israel.
Any sort of positive feelings about the state of Israel, you should not be allowed to hold a job. That's what these people are arguing, okay? That's what we're fighting against here. Ethan says, I don't think that Israel should be fucking like disbanded or some shit. Like Israel has a right to exist. Okay, you shouldn't be able to work. In a perfect society, you're unemployable for that position.
I'm so serious about this.
These guys would line us up against a wall. If they heard like one edgy joke I say on stream, they'd line me up against a wall.
Asking to say something nice about Ethan, and to be honest, I thought about it long and hard because I was like, this man does not deserve anything nice from me. But I said, you know what? I'm going to...
You started this. You started all of this. Like, huge friendships were eviscerated. Look, this is Frogan's thing right here. This is what happened. This is a digital recreation of how this whole drama happened. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of revolutions happening in America.
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. Civilian deaths? Okay. Still, where was this energy for Palestinians, dude? Literally, parentheses, civilian deaths? Okay. It's like a Z-snap formation for fucking civilian women getting raped and murdered at a concert. Okay? Uh-oh. This is what Ethan did. It's a digital recreation. And then Frogan jumped on her fucking thing and went, oh, Ethan Klein unfollowed me. Why am I so sad?
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Ethan, I'll support the IDF. Refollow me. Ethan probably was like, this damn Arab supports Hamas. And then she posted a fucking tweet about it. To be TFW or whatever, what is it? That face when one of your favorite content creators unfollows you for being pro-Palestinian. And then there's a fucking, like, yeah, Ethan finally addresses it. People are talking about me unfollowing Frogan, so I'll explain why. Since she wants to talk about it, murdering children and burning families alive in their safe houses is not a revolution, it's a massacre. And if you think that's what revolution is supposed to look like, I'm terrified for your idea of an American revolution.
$5, my man.
Okay? And then she goes on stream to cry about this, as if you yourself didn't start this. You went, you told your audience, you made a subtweet about it publicly, Ethan responded to you because you're a total cry bully, and then you jumped on fucking stream about it. I think there's also another tweet coming up. Yeah, I did not say that murdering children...
on Nicholas DeOrio.
I did not say that murdering children and burning family alive is revolution. It's a tactic Israel has specialized. It's a whataboutism. That's what it is. But I haven't seen you post about their murders. Your first post about here the past week is to call me out for supporting Palestinians fighting. Could you imagine me tweeting out saying like this same tweet about fucking 9/11? And their opinions on 9/11 are that it was justified because of American imperialism over the Middle East. Or, yeah, that's their opinion. So I guess it is kind of a fair comparison. Imagine on fucking 9/12, I tweeted out, like, leftists foam out the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening, but as soon as it happens here in New York, what they're doing is wrong. Like, you'd be hit with the same exact fucking pushback. Well, you know, you haven't talked once about the stuff going on in the Middle East. It's like, bro, they fucking flew a plane to the towers. In this case, bro, they went to a fucking concert and murdered and raped a bunch of Israeli women. It's such a easy comparison. And then she said, what is the revolution to you if not overthrowing the prison guards? And apparently the prison guards are those like civilian women and children that keep 2 million people from leaving, shelling their homes, want only killing civilians, mostly children, for the past 70 years for the approval of international communities. The American Revolution was fought over for less and an unrelenting massacre of their people. There we go. And then... I did not say murdering and children and burning families alive is a revolution. Why? Leftists preach and foam at the mouth of the thought of a revolution happening. So she literally did say it. This is something she literally did say, yeah. Thank you for the gifted. So yeah, this is why this whole thing is happening right now. She literally asked for it. It's literally her fault.
Do it. Maybe it'll give me some closure. So I wrote a letter to Ethan and I read it off and iDubbbz put it in the video, and this was Ethan's reaction to the video.
I bet you would.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content.
Wait, where did he get the clip of Keem yelling Frogan?
I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start...
Dude, all the new fucking Keem soundboards. There was one of him yelling 50 gifted. That was fantastic. I need that.
That I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the
You know what's funny is she's probably the only one who heard that segment and actually did what was said.
The guy, Keemstar
but she's so stupid, she didn't realize that everybody else didn't care.
Frogan. The match that blew up the powder
and
keg
it's, dude,
crying
here's
like
another
she had anything to lose is
Here's
hilarious.
another thing. Did you guys see Anissa Jomha's newest
so
tweet?
Stagnant, she's already been nominated for Twitch's Rising Star of
Look
2024.
Look at this. You want to see it? You want to see she's doing this whole concern troll angle. Do you want to see the most vicious subtweet that's ever been known to man? Today, this is the most vicious subtweet I've ever seen. Knowing that her boxing event is currently up in flames and her headline boxer is coming on my stream to talk about how shit he's being treated right now and how fucked his situation is. She puts out a tweet going, "This is the highlight of my year if anyone cares. But if you boost the volume in the background, listen to what you can hear."
Whatever. Okay. Alright, we're all dancing. Alright, tell me better. Whatever. Okay.
That's them posing for the content cop. This was recorded weeks ago. She just chose to post it today.
Whatever. Okay. Alright, we're all dancing. Alright, tell me better.
We're all dancing, guys. We're all gonna be dancing, guys. Let's get ready. Like, this is just, it is a, and then she's out here being like, guys, this was supposed to help you. This was made to help you. Dude, nobody agrees with that.
For me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this and I wish you the best.
Listen, Thank you.
Frogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her.
She did wish
That's the nicest thing I've ever heard anyone say about Frogan, just to be clear. That is like the most nice thing anybody's ever said about Frogan. In fact, probably a little too nice. I think she deserves a bit more hate.
the best in the end. It almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I don't want to, whatever, just Frogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator.
And then like immediately after, she's like, fuck, dude. I gotta make a video about. I gotta get SpongeBob back. Like, yo, Frogan, all you gotta do is shut up. I'll stop talking about you. Shut up? Wait a minute. It sounds like it's time to make another video.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
The bunch.
Right. I mean, is it even like cool that he included her?
We gotta get SpongeBob back.
Like she's just gonna get more shit for being
It's
involved.
not. It's not cool.
And like,
on his
it's
behalf.
not. It's
he
total-
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf, and he's acting.
No, Frogan, you're so fucking stupid. This was advice. This was good advice. It's not tone deaf. They actually might have been trying to help you. Oh fuck, dude, she's lethally dumb.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf, and he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me. Half of the content nuke.
Bro, the content nuke came out in like fucking February, all right? We're going into May now. You've talked about it.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5.
This is how you become like a lol cow, okay? Just move on. Let's just move on. You've had your opportunity. You watched it on stream, okay? If you don't want to get hate anymore, you could fight the good fight
What's
forever,
the name
but
of
you're
the
wrong.
guy
So
from Keemstar
it's not like
Orbiter?
a
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
None of it was about her. Yeah, I don't think that percentage was right. There was parts that were about her though, but they weren't significantly. They weren't as much as she's claiming.
The entire ending half was about me. So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Because, okay, you're not being treated as in like, you're not really your own character, okay? You ever play a video game where a character feels more like an extension, like you're a plot device. I hate to say this to you. Like, I know we're doing the whole dehumanizing thing, but you're not really a person in this drama. You're more like a plot device. You're like a means to an end for Hasan Piker. It's another voice he can pull up on stream when he doesn't want to say something, and he can put a crazier person on the... You're a filler arc, yeah. So you're relevant in that regard, but... I mean, nobody's really watching and dissecting your streams. I even pick Denims over you.
Like Hasan can handle it, but like Frogan's now just gonna get a pile of shit
She was in the video for the reasons that were explained in the video. That's another good point, yeah.
on top of her that I have no control over because people are watching. Millions of people are watching his video, by the way, and they're reacting to it, and they're not having good reactions.
Not
to it.
just our audience.
Far from our own. Bro, yeah.
I think it's funny that you think me being in the iDubbbz video is what's going to cause this harassment, when in reality, it's you, Ethan. You're acting like you haven't spent the last...
No, it's still you. You don't understand, okay? Guys, harassment is not defined by people criticizing me over stupid shit I said. Okay? It's not harassment for people who got mad at you because you said that you hope veterans get fucking PTSD. It's not harassment because you were talking about flying planes into a cake for a 9/11 thing. As a donation goal that your channel's too small to have reached. It's not their fault for the fucking panel you guys put on with the Arab to Jew tier list that was sanctioned by Twitch and approved by Twitch staff. Okay, like these are all things that you did. Now you're gonna get like the accompanying level for... If I come out and I get a whole story wrong, it's not harassment that people are calling me out for it. It's because I made a mistake. I have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge your part in this.
year and a half...
Like you just put yourself in one of the worst takedown pieces I've ever seen on YouTube after criticizing the content nuke for like 2 months. Obviously, you're going to get some shit for that. That's part of being an online influencer and being a fucking idiot.
Thank you for the $5.
Doing everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weapon...
I'm sorry. Guys, people are asking me to fucking like blur my screen. Do you want me to put like a fucking little window of Denims on it just so you guys can engage with the content a little bit better? Holy shit.
Organizing propaganda organizations.
I'll put like a Denims speech window on the bottom and mute her so you guys leave me alone.
Such as the ADL, to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi. But no.
Wait, what? The ADL?
Me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL.
Weaponizing the ADL. What does that mean? Is like the ADL in the room with us right now? Am I the ADL? Chat. ADL ho? Are we the ADL?
To get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about
Dude, like, there's just some cabal of Jews that are trying to silence you. That's the only way, all right?
you not being able to say Habibi. But
guys, the cabal of Jews are trying to keep down the only hijabi streamer on Twitch. It's so
Nicholas,
what's going
the goat.
on?
Thank you for the $5, my man.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. People are sitting here being like, Nick, I think it's a little unreasonable for your swastika take. And then these guys are like, there's a cabal of Jews trying to threaten my YouTube channel, and we don't bat an eye.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter?
Wow, Nick, you're super
Oreo.
uncharitable.
Mr. Oreo.
Ethan Klein controls the ADL. It's like he's like Mr. Nimbus. Instead of controlling the police, he controls the ADL.
no, it's iDubbbz, one of the only major creators besides Hasan who has actually defended me publicly in the last few months. This next section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Let's get started with this clip.
Personally, though, and I've
Unironically anti-Semitic. I mean, it's fucking Frogan. Do I have to put up a clip for that, or have we watched enough Frogan where it's like, I don't know if she's unintentionally or intentionally anti-Semitic, but she says a whole lot of shit that can be construed that way.
seen Hasan do this before.
Guys, go watch the Stardust video. Stardust has 2 really good videos on this. Whether you like Stardust or not, they're very good.
He's accused me of it. He goes, "Oh, you just hate Muslims." It's like, bro, can you actually just can you actually please
the guy
just respond to a real argument? Like,
Mr.
please,
Oreo.
bro.
I would have sympathy for Frogan after getting a degree in a field only to dislike the job years into your career. But not after 2 weeks into a job, then quitting because you were expected to do work.
Yes,
What a waste of a
dude.
person.
Yeah.
Always do the possible.
She got a degree, used it for 2 weeks, and bailed because she wasn't any good at it. Right? That was in the first Frogan video. The first Stardust video. I got reactions to those on my channel if you want to hear me do a little walkthrough with you. They do exist. Thank you for the gifted. I am going to mute them, though. Thank you.
You know, he just, like, you can't just sweep everything away by saying that. It's just not right. Are people very cruel to her? Yeah, for sure. You know, it's just, I don't know, man.
I don't know how to explain this to you, Ethan, because this is something you claim all the time, but some people are actually racist.
Dude, this is like the craziest thumbnail I ever made. I was looking for which Stardust video it is. This is my Frogan thumbnail, back when I didn't think that Frogan would get enough clicks. So this is, it's technically not clickbait. Racist Hasan Piker, yuck, with 3 pictures of Hasan, and then 1 like picture of Frogan that blends into the background, and then a tiny text that has the word mod above her head. It's technically not clickbait. It's all there. Like, it's not like maliciously clipped in any but there's a bunch of different Frogan related things on here. I think there's a playlist, right? I have an yeah, you can go on here and you can click in and see. That is the craziest URR thumbnail. Holy shit, why the fuck did I do that? Where is it? Denims and Frogan related videos. And where is it? Hasan Piker's dumbest friend posted an unhinged rant. It might be She's Mad. The dark past of Hasan's bloodthirsty moderator. It's probably that one. I don't know. There's 2 videos that I covered on here.
Ethan claims people are mean to him all the time because they're racist, using his religion as a shield to criticism, as he claims people are doing to me. A lot of the comments I get—
You do that all the time. Like, literally, Hasan Piker can't talk about any hate that you get without being like, the only hijabi streamer on Twitch is being attacked in a racist hate barrage.
are about me being a hijabi and me being Muslim, so no. People are not more charitable to me because I wear the hijab, and I wish that was the case.
Okay, but like you get like no, okay. Oh my god. They are more charitable from the audience that you're pulling from, okay? Because by associating with Hasan Piker, even though you're not a successful streamer, you've got reinforcements that come from his community that don't give a fuck, that don't self-police, that aren't going to criticize you, okay? And all of those people are going to give you undying support whenever Hasan talks about you on a stream. So you are getting an absurd level of charitability from people who legitimately don't care about like actual thought.
I have never, they accuse me of doing it. They go, oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators. It's like, I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone's fucking identity into my criticism
Patek is fire. Holy shit.
of them.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Why don't you just make it easier?
Dude, look at this. Wait, look at this.
Pretty obvious from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Dude, she's so cocky too, just to line up and get smashed by like everybody in the fucking comment section. Holy shit, dude.
Why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, you know, just serve yourself on a platter for them because you deserve it.
Wait, is this? No, I missed something. I gotta watch this again. But that's the whole clip?
Fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, you know, just serve yourself on a platter for them.
Is this defending ISIS? Did she use the wrong clip? Thank you, Katzaflocken, for the 10 gifted. Wait, hold on. Here's some of the stuff he said about Muslim people. Immediately defends ISIS in like the next sentence.
Of them.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just fly to
Last week, I said that like Adam McIntyre is crazy for doing the whole snark thing and defending these people because literally, if the people that they supported met Adam McIntyre, they would not hesitate to throw him off of a rooftop. It's the same criticism. Wait, is criticizing Hamas in any capacity and criticizing even Palestine in any capacity for their opinions on like gay people and sex workers and their draconian viewpoints towards like all these things that these people claim to support, is that like hating Muslims now?
like I think per capita.
Wait, what happened? We're back? Stream died again? Oh my god, dude. I'm actually so mad. That one wasn't me. I didn't even know we were down. No way. Where the fuck? Oh my god, dude, this is a fucking disaster segment. This is a disaster. Okay, I don't know. Let me cycle back like 3 seconds and explain it again. I gotta start over. Where was I? Where did it cut me off? What the fuck was that? I actually, it was in the computer that time. Where was I? What was the last thing you heard? Astaghfirullah, Stewie, at the very beginning. Connor's revenge. Frogan cursing you. Frogan weighing down. Frogan's face. I think you're fine. We were explaining the Ethan clip. Okay, so I watched this clip a bunch of times. The clip is seemingly just him talking about ISIS, and it feels like a weird ISIS defense.
You just fly to ISIS and do him a favor.
And I pointed out that these other tweets that he shows, she shows right here. Enjoy your drugs. Being a sex worker, Hamas would kill you on the spot. That kind of comment is similar in line to what I said about Adam McIntyre, because Adam McIntyre is defending Snark and defending these people, when in reality, if Adam McIntyre met any of the people who they're supporting, they would not hesitate to throw him off of a rooftop. So I found that kind of funny. I don't think criticizing Hamas and criticizing Palestine, two separate entities, by the way, makes you like anti-Muslim for their draconian like social practices. And like treatments of like gays, for example, like treatment of women and gay people. I mean, like if Frogan went to the Middle East, she'd have to wear more than just the headdress, because I guess some of these people think that like the woman needs to be covered up, or the urges, dude, the urges, you know. I think that's like an extremely backwards way to live. Yeah.
I think per capita, a lot of the weird fucking terrorism and crimes and shit, I mean, there's definitely some strong thread of violence through the Muslim community, or Arab Muslims to be more specific.
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Gila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
We misspoke. It didn't sound good.
Why is every clip so loud, bro? It's either the loudest clip ever or the quietest clip ever. I need these streamers to stop making videos and just start talking.
We immediately corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
Fucking loud word here. It sounds like the Squidward AI.
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed.
You have the enhancer blasting? Okay, listen to her audio. 2 seconds. I have to just clarify this point. Listen to her talk, and then listen to the volume of the next clip.
I bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Gila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
We misspoke. It didn't sound good. We immediately...
Okay, that's not me. Yeah, I have to have the enhancer on so we can hear her talk, but all the clips are loud.
Corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how
Yeah,
how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have to do it on the fly.
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Gila said Yoav Gallant was a great guy, even though he's literally a
God,
war.
we're playing this clip again. Is she maybe Frogan is going to play the clip where they apologize for this, right? This is like the one argument they have, and nobody ever talks about the fact that they've completely walked it back and apologized as soon as they were criticized for it. Like the next podcast.
And pro-genocide. I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military.
No, it wasn't.
I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter.
Okay, so you're malicious. You're just lying now.
By saying the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. No. We're not fucking revisioning this bullshit. Okay, here, Frogan, boom. This is Frogan reacting to her own content, talking about the fucking military thing after it had already happened. This is her literally doubling down. Okay, I literally have this queued up. So the first time she saw it, she had no problem with the clip. She's laughing at it.
Any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my.
How can you call this a misspeak? She's literally fucking laughing.
And I'm like, base?
That's where the base thing comes from her doubling down.
Based?
Yeah, this is a total misspeak. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Great clip. This is her calling it a misspeak, and unfortunately, it's a Destiny clip.
It's always. Okay.
I said the thing about the U.S. military.
Oh, is this just playing the original one? This is Destiny saying. Oh, Destiny's saying what I'm saying. I don't need the clip. And then, right? Then here's Hasan talking about this, because I queued this up, because this was driving me fucking crazy, too. This is Hasan Piker.
It's like for her saying she hopes Vitz gets PTSD without being racist. Someone could dislike anyone who said that. Boo fucking who? Chatterdad, it's kind of funny that you're saying that, because what Frogan said in terms of hoping that veterans that don't feel.
And you're going to get this the same fucking Hasan Pikerism, right? No, what I was actually saying is a nuanced conversation about a completely separate, or I guess the same issue, but I'm just going to explain it to you in a way where it sounds like high level thinking now that I've already said like the absurd clip or whatever. This is the same Hasanism that like the America Deserve 9/11 clip comes from, right? Listen to this. It's the same bullshit that he was spewing on Shank Uger. He's just saying it here now. Well, no, this was actually like a high level criticism of the U.S. military. It had nothing to do with what you're thinking. You're just mad at the clip because you don't agree with it.
Any kind of way about their service, have that experience and that pain
is a walk back,
carry on to their normal lives, okay, to their everyday lives, and then following up by saying, and I do hope that none of the veterans that actually do feel bad about their service ever feel any of that pain.
I hope that all veterans get PTSD except for the ones that get down on their knees and suck it. That's what he's saying. That's what Frogan is saying. Unless you get down on your knees and suck it. Okay, then all of a sudden, then you're good. You can have, like, your PTSD can leave.
A fairly common perspective.
Oh, it's a fairly common, nuanced position, right? And then Frogan in her video says this.
He also clarified it on Twitter by saying, the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting.
Okay, none of this matters. It's the same bullshit as the America Deserve 9/11 clip that I actually did play earlier. I did have queued up for play earlier. Again, this
deserve 9/11, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it.
That is someone who is extremely frustrated and passionate about a particular topic.
No, it's a guy who's raging at a clip of Joe Rogan. And if you keep watching the clip, he sits here and talks about Dan Crenshaw getting fucked in the eye hole by a Mujahideen soldier.
I can't do this. I can't do this. Guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked?
I'm sorry, this is not some high-level intellectual conversation about, like, the state of fucking U.S. foreign relations in the Middle East. This is you raging on a clip watching Joe Rogan. Please stop trying to recontextualize it like you've got something to say. You absolutely don't. And that's what Frogan's doing here. He's just, like, she's copying her daddy, I guess. That's all that's happening here. Frogan's copying her daddy.
By saying the U.S. ends genocide.
Oh, no, you don't understand. My clip where I was just raging and saying bullshit at the chat, and the clip that I doubled down on that I'm now saying was a misspeak, actually, it was like some high-level intellectual conversation about the U.S. military.
I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military.
Lie.
I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter by saying the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of frustration as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people—
That's another thing, is like, what did the American military is bombing your fucking family? Like, how does this even apply? Or is it the tax money that you make in donations that's being sent to Israel that's bombing your family? Maybe I should stop being a subscriber to your Twitch account.
Harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues, and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. And like I said initially, I'm not granted that charitability at all.
I want to explain it because people bring it up nonstop. I apologize for it right away when Ethan made a video to address this on his Ethan Klein channel.
Oh my god. Frogan, charitability fucking golf claps. There we go. The first person to actually engage with the fact that he'll actually address the comment.
Next day,
made a quick appearance in that video just to say, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I shouldn't have called him a really good guy. Like, I don't know why I said it like that.
And now it's going to be like, oh god. Now it's going to be like iDubbbz trying to make every situation where someone gets criticized, like the situation between him and his wife, right? Hila Klein is allowed to come out and apologize, but I am not. Hila Klein's allowed to misspeak. Why am I not allowed to misspeak? Guaranteed.
What more do you want from me? I did the same exact thing.
No, you didn't. No, you are a bloodthirsty freak, okay? You absolutely did not do the same exact thing. You doubled down.
Now we're moving on to the infamous button. So during the
No, we're going to spend... This is a 12-minute video, and they're going to talk about the button? What is a shit streamer's fucking understanding of the button? Like, I don't understand... iDubbbz, Hasan, some of the kind of small shitters, like, why is the button a weird fixation point? It's a losing argument. It's like the new Cutie Cinderella.
React to the content cop, AB.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter?
The button is world
Nick
ending?
Oreo.
Yeah.
Mr. Oreo.
He started talking and the button was pushed. Here's the clip.
Authorities block healthcare to Gaza. Again, I'm not. Do you think that I'm talking about walking around Gaza?
Why?
When I say how great multicultural it is,
We
did
never
you think that?
how Israel attacked Gaza since October 7th, not even once. We never
I think that's
co-signed what they did.
Is that not the point he's making though?
What?
That you're talking about how nice Israel is, but
Israel proper is different from Gaza.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Millions
like right now, say
Muslims in Israel.
I guess that's where the.
Okay, so now they're having a conversation with AB, and then they hit the button. We have no knowledge of what was said before or after. Well, we know before. We don't know during or after. Like, whatever they said in between before the button came back.
What's the name of the guy?
And that's the end of the clip because the button was
Nick
pushed.
Oreo.
Anytime any
Mr.
member of the crew
Oreo.
gives Ethan any type of pushback, the button is pushed.
Okay, but this is a fucking crazy argument to make because AB now can just tell you what it was. Right? Like, I don't understand why they hinge arguments on the crew. Maybe eventually one will hit. Maybe this is the worst clip on planet Earth. But why would you spend part of your 12 minutes arguing an argument that you don't actually know what was said in that time frame? It's the same thing with, like, Ian's argument that all the crew members or whatever are being mistreated under Ethan. Like, all they have to do is say, no, we're not, and it, like, ruins the whole segment of your video. You're making arguments based off of information you don't even have.
And he wants to say that I'm surrounded by yes men and people can never criticize me when he doesn't allow his staff that are part of the show to give him any critique or pushback whatsoever.
Dan literally stops Ethan every stream at least once. His crew constantly keeps him in line all of the time. You would just have to watch the show to see it.
In a live show today, some of the crew defended me, and I appreciate it so much. And during
I've seen Dan criticize Ethan without the button being clicked a lot. We talk about this every time we hear Dan do it. We're like, holy shit, Dan saves the show. I don't know where Ethan would be without Dan.
In this episode, AB mentioned that the most recent time we talked, him and I had a disagreement.
People are saying stop being friends with her. You guys don't know fucking shit. I have not talked to her in forever. And the last time we did talk, we had a disagreement. Like where is this coming from? Like I don't understand.
This disagreement was a DM I sent him, which stated, "Hey AB, I wanted to reach out privately because responding publicly and adding to the dog pile doesn't feel right. I understand that people..."
When is the time? I don't know. What is the associated timeline here? Did she say? Did I miss it?
Part of the show to give him any critique or pushback. And during this episode, AB mentioned that the crew defended me, and I appreciate it so much. And during this episode, AB mentioned that the most recent time we talked...
This has to be like a couple of months ago, right?
...publicly and adding to the dog pile doesn't feel right. I understand that people often overlook how tough the job market is, and I get that working for Ethan puts you in a complicated position.
This is like weird concern trolling.
That said, I think what pushed people over the edge was a clip of you baiting pro-Palestinian people and blocking them. The criticism you're receiving is largely because people believe you're...
Why is it criticism when people say that they're gonna like murder AB's wife and like kill him on his Instagram, but it's harassment when you tweet something crazy and people call you Jabba the Hutt? Like, how come she can grasp the concept of criticism when it's AB, but she can't understand that, like, I don't know.
Better than that, and don't subscribe to Ethan's views. I know you've been vocal about Palestine, but I think it's important to explicitly clarify that you don't share his beliefs and that you stand on your own. Ethan is not worth the bullshit you have to deal with working for him. Honestly, there have been times where I felt anger towards you, but after some reflection, I wanted to approach you directly.
Well, at least she didn't call him a fucking house Arab, so that's a step up from Mike from PA. But if I got this DM, I would send this to everybody I know and laugh hysterically.
I'm saying this as someone who is...
And then she leaked it. Yeah, I know. What a fucking... Wait, what? Wait, I don't understand. How does this help AB? Wait, why is she showing this?
Personally impacted by Ethan and as a cousin. I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
Did I clip champ
AB
this?
didn't respond, and that's perfectly fine. I didn't expect him to. You know, I just wanted to get my feelings out.
I'm a good person. Look, I wrote this nice thing in private that I'm now using for public sympathy points.
Although AB...
Look how nice I am, guys. I didn't even expect to get anything from this.
And I haven't talked in a long time. He's still somebody I care about. You know what I mean? He's like a cousin. You know, we have that bond. We're both from Dearborn. So it's like, we're literally cousins. Not literally, but I don't know AB's
I think we got it.
Motivations or what he feels because I'm on the outside at this point. So I am just giving my perspective from somebody on the outside.
It's like you're playing tag, you're it. Like everyone's bothering me. So I'm going to invoke AB's name so that our guys go and fuck with him a little bit. It's just like, this is so fucking stupid.
I will say the invalid points of criticism towards AB is trying to question him as an Arab, which is completely fucked up and wrong. Nobody should do that. You know, it is valid to criticize him for still working for Ethan and being silent.
Dude, oh my God. This is literally just a veiled attack. This is you shouldn't work for Ethan. This whole thing was a concern troll just to fucking push people to criticize AB more because he still works there. He didn't quit his job.
For as long as he was.
Klein needs to go to jail instead of go to the IDF. Fucking AB needs to be out of a job because Ethan won't disavow fucking Israel and doesn't like you. Okay? You know what? Fuck it. Stop giving money to all the streamers who fucking do who fucking do genocide for fucking money. The guys who farm genocide bucks off of talking about the Palestinian war, who then pay their taxes, which America gives over straight to Israel to keep blowing people up. It's the infinite victim glitch. Like, this is so ridiculous.
Those are valid points of criticism, but don't try to take away his Arabness because you don't agree with him.
Wow, you're so brave for that one.
Whenever AB started streaming on Twitch, I was.
Oh my god, I can't believe you covered drama. It's the lowest of the low. You guys are doing like, instead of drama alert, it's genocide alert over there. Let's get right into the bodies. Okay, that's like the average Hasan stream.
The first person to raid him, and I even helped him whenever he asked me for advice on what to stream. AB has also helped me in many ways as well. Even a long time ago, AB included me in an H3 episode talking about why people should visit Dearborn. Here's a screenshot. It's from like 2020.
Ultimate genocide review. Like, yeah, guys, I could be such a better non-slop tuber if I did UGR.
3, I believe.
What's up, Genocide Nation? Israel is now over $9 billion of the U.S. economy.
He was also super, super supportive whenever I was nominated and won the Streamer Award.
All right, and the award goes to...
Chala.
Frogan.
Cringe!
You did it!
That clip is so funny.
You did it, sister!
And to be quite honest, like watching this clip back.
Dude, this is like her only moment. She cannot stop talking about it because it literally was the peak of her entire career. Ironically, to be the rising star. Like, she was AstroTurf to winning that award, and things never got better for her after that. That will be her greatest moment ever.
It made me really, really sad because of basically the outcome of what this has become. You know what I mean?
Like, twice nominated for Rising Star and never actually got off the ground.
And I have nothing but love for AB and Lena, and I wish them the best. And
then why did you just fucking what if you have nothing but love for AB, why did you inject him into this segment here and then say that, like, well, I guess we can criticize him for not quitting his job?
In the future, we can be friends again, to be honest.
Before she moved out here, I remember us talking and she was nervous about it. And I said that.
Listen, Frogan, all right? I learned from someone one time that silence means something. Did you watch that video? I think you were in that video. Silence means something. It means he wants to pause the friendship.
The day you'll have me and Lena, like, worst comes to worst, and then shit just hit the fucking fan.
Reality is, I can't speak for AB. I don't claim to, but if I was AB, I wouldn't talk to you because my DMs would be used for content. That would just kind of be my assumption at this point. In which case, like, she used them anyway. He just didn't respond. I wouldn't risk talking to Frogan at this point. I don't know what she'd do.
Yeah. Before.
And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so.
I don't handle shit like that. I'm sorry. YouTube has to be a bit more surgical when you're cutting somebody off. You don't want to have a long, emotional, back and forth conversation about your internet friendship ending. The easiest way to go about, quote unquote, cutting somebody off is to never speak to them again. That way they don't have any ammunition when the inevitable video response comes out because of a private friendship relation ending.
So much. You know, during a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. But, you know, after a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually...
Nicholas, the GOAT. Thank you for the $5, my man.
What's actually sad about that clip is that AB and Lena were genuinely happy for her, but now they're just weapons to wield against Ethan. Fair weather Frogan. I mean, that's kind of the moral of the story for this whole friend group, right?
Finally on my side.
Like, this is the YouTubers from hell. This is like when people say that YouTubers are snakes. In the dictionary definition, it's like the iDubbbz clip where they're doing the Fortnite dance. Like, these are textbook definitions of fucking YouTube snakes.
It's been a nightmare for me.
Like, you're not a friend of this person. You're a means to an end.
On a more positive...
Very Bowblaxian.
No, here are some of my favorite pictures taken at the shoot of the Content Cop bit. Of course, I got to see Kaya. I love her to death. And here are a couple pictures. To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason, my message to you is that, you know, you and I have different worldviews, and you and I have different ideas for what is the best way to help people. And, you know, while I appreciate the spirit of your advocacy, I think it's misguided. You know, after all of this...
What does that even fucking mean? Like, what do you mean it's misguided?
You've made my life hell.
Good.
I will say that. You've made my life.
No, you have made your life hell. You constantly open your mouth and say really stupid shit. What are you talking about?
Fucking hell.
You're like the biggest crybaby on the planet.
But at the end of the day, what I said at the end of the content cop still
This is the longest 12-minute video I've ever watched, dude.
stands. I wish you the best.
No, you don't.
Hi.
Okay, I'm done. I hate her. I'm done. What are the comments? We're going to click off as soon as there's one here that I think is TOS violating. Let's go to top comments. I misspoke. My brother in rice. This is not misspeaking. You fully thought about what you were going to say, said it, and then doubled down when you got called out for saying base. LMAO. You literally said you're not walking it back. You still agree with it. See how these people blatantly lie? Never disliked a video so quick. You guys flipping off H3 multiple times in a video that's supposedly about empathy really doesn't hold water here. Ian approached this with empathy. I don't know, flipping somebody off and dogpiling the creator was an act of empathy. Ian approached the comment cop with empathy, such bully behavior. Like, it's cry bully behavior, yeah. People forget we're human. You literally wish PTSD on any service member of the United States. What the fuck is a Druze? Frogan, the expert on Palestine. Okay, this is not accurate. Well, I mean, maybe. It might actually be accurate, but I don't know any stat that backs that up. Frogan, I think Ian approached the content cop with empathy and respect, cuts to everyone in the video flipping him off and doing the Fortnite loser dance, and then posting a picture where Ian is brandishing a swastika katana. It's honestly impressive to see someone somehow make it worse for themselves literally every time they open their mouth.
I just saw
Semper Fi.
Keffel's tweet. Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffel's appreciated.
And
the
don't forget,
shout-out.
this started a whole discourse of why service members are a protected class on like YouTube and Twitch, like why they're included, which is even funnier. It like invoked discourse on why they don't deserve protected class status, which I'm sure they were super stoked about. I'm sure Vega loves her, even though he's never actually watched a video she's ever made. Oh, I get it now. Oops, I thought that was the other screen. Oh, I get it now. You're putting a deliberately terrible apology to garner further backlash so you can dig through the comments and find the most vile and baseless, useless things. Baseless things possible to continue to paint yourself as a victim and cast blame on Ethan. True. I don't think she's a glutton for punishment. I think she's a glutton for financial gain. LMAO, she blames Ethan for her actions in the end. This is absolutely pathetic. These people have no accountability whatsoever. Imagine making Ethan look like the good guy. If there's a comment that I've seen every week for the last 2 years, it's this one. Less so now because people have legitimately become fans of Ethan. But if you go back in 2023 when we started covering this story, it was, I fucking hate Ethan. Ethan's an easy target. How did you miss? Then it's like, gradually it became like, wow, I think Ethan's really changed a lot, or Ethan's really seemingly standing up for himself here, and he's not going with the mob or whatever. And he's really like, he's taking a stand for something he believes in. I can respect that even though I don't like his content. And now like 2 years later, they're like, dude, Ethan is fucking awesome now. He's managed to find a way to be funny on streams while simultaneously talking about politics and not saying the N-word. He's done what iDubbbz couldn't. Like, it's a gradual increasing support of Ethan from the commentary crowd that basically threw him away in 2016, well, after 2016, after the podcast started. I don't know. People keep saying that they think I've changed. I haven't. I'm probably exactly the same as I was in 2016 in regard to my level of growth. I think that Ethan found a way to better balance his politics with entertaining content in the last couple of years. And I think that a lot of people have kind of come around again because they missed when Ethan was funny and not just doing the daily political stream. That was more of the issue. And I think the button has done a lot for Ethan as well, probably. And he's confident. Yeah, that's another part of this whole thing where during the, and I hate to say like the Lexapro arc for Ethan, he didn't have any aura. He had no confidence. He got on there. He looked like he didn't want to be fucking streaming. He didn't take the hate or whatever. He lost a bunch of weight, comes back out, confident as all hell. Here, let me pull up iDubbbz' YouTube channel right now, okay? You want to see somebody who's faking it and you want to see somebody who's living it. Let me pull up an old Content Cop video and I want you to see the aura. I want you to see
Nicholas, the goat.
I want you to see the bravado that iDubbbz carried back when he made some of these videos. Let me pull up, like, I don't know, where's the Keem one? Content Cop series full playlist. If you pop up this one, just listen to the way he talks in this video, dude. It's a real like point of contention for like current fucking iDubbbz.
Okay, Keemstar, I'm thinking about it logically. You want big YouTubers to come onto your program after you harass them on Twitter, so how are you going to get them to come on your program? Oh, I know. You suggest that if they don't come on your program, they're not innocent.
The situation turns out
He's so fucking confident in this video. That's part of the reason why it's aged well. It's not because he said the N-word or he played clips of him saying the N-word.
Oh, Keemstar, oh, that dude's a savage. Don't get on his radar, dude. You're gonna be fucked. Keemstar, you are an absolute pussy in every way imaginable.
Now let's compare that here.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Leftist people online, progressive content creators, Hasan, all of these
Every word sounds like he's whining them out of his mouth.
People, he's finding new
He's like a battered dog trying to fake it till he makes it.
people every day.
He's literally making a Content Cop video. It's not at 1, it's at like 5 HP. And he just refuses to pick up a health kit.
Basically to get in fights with.
Of all people, this guy, Matt Lieb.
And then he plays a clip of Ethan. Confident, fucking boastful, aura.
Frogan and Denims and all these dipshits.
Obviously a problem if Ethan was discovering this content by scrolling through Twitter looking for something to upset himself.
Sad, pathetic.
To send him this information.
He's trying to do the fucking like speech pattern, not working.
Pertaining for your show that don't fucking trigger the hell out of you. Why is there so...
He just sounds sad. There's like, that's what's been missing from his content for years, and he doesn't have it. What pussy does to him. Shut up. Yeah, dude, that's what it was. He was hungry. When he like keeps emptying his, when he empties his man balls, dude, that's when it like, he just doesn't have the drive anymore. That's what it is, dude. Yeah. Thank you, Incel Smaggle in the chat for describing what's actually the problem. I didn't even conceive of that. Honestly, the Content Cop felt like an attempt to climb the ladder to relevancy to promote his creator clash thing. Well, that's not going to work out super well. He lost
What's
the
the
Riz.
name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter.
I was tired when I made that
Mr.
military
Oreo.
comment. Also, Frogan in another stream watching the clip. Based? Ethan said that a war criminal was a good guy and used propaganda. Also, Frogan closely associates with Hasan, who both showed terrorist propaganda and had a terrorist on stream. So yeah, the comments are cooking her. I did actually want to pull up a... this is... Dude, there's like a whole post crying that I wrote this. This is what I commented on the video because I thought I'd get filtered out, but she didn't filter it out, so it actually made it. And people were mad. I jumped on there and I just like immediately when it came out, I wrote, "I hate you." Which, by the way, that's not harassment. I'm not making any intrinsic trait arguments or whatever. I'm not like, I just told her how it is. "I hate you" is what I wrote on the video, okay? It's not like a Bunty level tweet or whatever, like the DM. And then Willie just wrote, "How are you going to say the Content Cop showed a lot of empathy when he completely left out the CPS call? You were some of the most dishonest people I've ever seen." And that's absolutely not brigading or harassment either. And again, my comment, like, this is brigading. This comment had 6 likes. There is a ton of people who hate that video. Mine had 6 likes. This is like the worst brigading ever. If anything, me streaming this has probably caused more people, and I don't support that, but to go comment on her video, right? Just by me talking about it on live stream. This is me going on my off day to just write, "I hate you." That's not brigading. Some people, she gets like 200 viewers, man. I don't understand the militant hyper vitriol these people have for her. Like, why are Nicholas DeOrio and Willie Mac Show in her comments? Racism. They're racists. 100% racist. Fucking disgusting freaks. Wow. I personally hate that you guys are under threat of ongoing lawsuits and probably sleep with one eye open. I'll be the first one to come out and defend you guys. What a shame. What a shame that this subreddit that constantly posts complete bullshit about me is getting absolutely fucking mollywopped by Ethan. I'm super sympathetic to your cause. Listen, if that thing turns out to be a fuck show, I'll say it. But it's like a Batman thing, right? I can disavow something, but I don't have to come and help. I'll say something to you, Nick. I won't be. Why? I absolutely won't be. Fuck these people into the fucking dirt. I'm sorry, I giggled at Oreo Boy's comment. Like, oh no, DeOrio hates Frogan? How will she go on? Bunch of loser, grown-ass toddlers walking around like they're hot shit. It's so weird. He and Willie Mac are coming so far out of a position, invading her comments like this. Dude, it's commenting on a YouTube video. Why are you acting like I shot her or something? Well, this is so crazy. It's a fucking YouTube comment, dude. Like, I don't. What is happening here? Invading? What is she, land?
Something to you, Nick. I really.
Well, I guess I've started the forever war. I literally just stepped into the digital Gaza. Holy shit, dude. Thank God Frogan's comment section. Dude, thank God that I'm not the IDF. Oh, no, actually, no, I'm sorry. Thank God that I'm not Hamas and Frogan's comment section isn't a civilian woman at a concert, okay? That could have been really bad.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Why? That would have been awful. Not gonna lie. Not only do I not believe Skullgate, but it's stupid to make me question the CP. Oh my god, dude. That's so funny. 2 + 2 = you hate Ethan. Protect Frogan at all costs. These people are miserable racists who hate women as a side hop. It's literally anything to not engage with the actual arguments. It's so easy to straw man.
Are you a virgin? No, I am not.
So anyway,
why would so many people be googling that?
Frogan. Now again, we got some more. This is the Hasan. I tried to find some like pro comments, so I had to go to subreddits to locate this. The most Ethan can do when he talks about Frogan now is dehumanize her and call her dumb. And again, that's not what he said. He actually like engaged with it. Yeah, I mean, he called her stupid when she showed up to do a concern troll at the end of the content cop. Well said, Frogan. I watched Hasan earlier. He did everything he could to contact Ethan, and Ethan said it was after, and Ethan said for Hasan to contact him. Ethan wasn't even going to talk to Hasan because he knows he'd lose. What happened about the Sabra hummus? Sorry, guys, I'm not that active. I know this is so irrelevant and absolutely not the point, but I can't help but say the shit that she gets for her appearance is legitimately baffling. Islamophobia is the explanation, obviously, because literally, look at her. Okay. I don't like doing this. Why do they always lie? Okay. I'm not gonna dignify this. This is just like, whatever. Okay. Awesome. I'm not saying this is you go girl type thing, trying to be supportive or whatever. I mean that too. Okay. Every time someone gets called out, and it's a shame, and I don't appreciate like people going and doing that to random people online or whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and like support it, but like they go so hard the other way to the point where it's satirical. Like, no, guys, you don't understand. Frogan's actually a supermodel. Did you guys know that Nick is actually in shape with fucking washboard abs? Like, that's like if Turkey Tom came out and goes, bro, Nick's ripped. It's like, dude, you're just making it worse. Please stop. Oh, God. Does she have a subreddit other than the inactive one? I was wondering if it would be too parasocial to create an Dude, the Hasan fans are gonna like brigade and create a love for Frogan subreddit. That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. Did this get posted in the sub or something? The comments are vile. Reminds me of the Trisha brigades. Oh, obviously, it's another Ethan Klein centric brigade. Not the fact that Trisha is like a demonic entity, especially during that time frame, and she would absolutely elicit some kind of hate from many different corners of the internet. There we go. We'll always protect and have the back of our hijabi sisters. She's so kind and gracious in her response. Again, like, if you guys really want to do a lot for, like, hijabi streamers, maybe don't describe Frogan as the only hijabi streamer and start signal boosting ones that aren't so bloodthirsty. You'd find it's so crazy that they'd probably have a better time, I imagine. And also, that's dismissive of any other hijabi streamer that's posting, because they didn't get astroturfed into like Woman of the Year and like Rising Star from all of her famous friends.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr.
We
Oreo.
posted this. This is we showed this before. This is what started the feud, the fugue state. This was Frogan said she misspoke about the U.S. military and didn't mean it. This is a clip from the current video. Oh, what the fuck, Frogan? Oh, you remember this? I'm going to show this now. Just another example of why Frogan is, like, constantly hated.
Can you bleep it? Yeah, but can we watch this? Then you tell me the story. Or you want to
It's true. It's relevant. I swear.
Okay, tell me.
My cousin gave us his old Xbox, and his username was Hezbollah something. And then we were like, "Bro, this motherfucker's about to get us put on a list."
That's really funny.
Why bleep that?
Yeah, why bleep that? Was he an American or is he from there?
He's American. He died.
Okay,
Recently.
then, yeah.
Then we're good.
In what, the war or just generally?
Remember I told you my cousin died last year?
Yeah.
Then.
Okay.
Oh. Do you still want to bleep it?
Jesus. To preface, I'm not a Muslim or Arab, but I have to imagine that after all the hate came to the community after 9/11, they'd be ashamed of this woman speaking in their community. How does she feel comfortable doing so? Because she's half white and didn't experience the same prejudice. Similar to what AB was saying on the show the other day, pro-Palestinian Muslim creator making light of violence and terrorism is not exactly what would help the cause. It would only cause more prejudice towards the community. But yeah, it's just, Jesus. She has a button. She should have hit the button. I don't know. Oh, I saw it. This is super irrelevant. Yeah.
Yo, what piece is he wearing, Zach?
They promoted Hellbent's artwork on the H3 podcast, so shout out to Hellbent. She made these wigglers.
That's fucking awesome.
What is that?
I can't
You could have
tell.
milked that so much harder. Big content strategy problems here, Nick. I'll help you maximize your money, all right?
It's not nice.
No. I didn't mean that as a diss or anything, but that's funny.
Beautiful piece.
Yeah.
It's actually, I didn't know this, but when Hellbent made these wigglers, the one that I have now, the gold one that matches the Pope, that's a GMT, but I don't have the solid gold GMT. I'm not like fucking Mr. Moneybags over here. But this is actually my Seamaster. I didn't know. I actually zoomed in because they'd asked what it was, and that's so funny that Hellbent actually took the time to do like my mesh bracelet Seamaster and draw it. I knew immediately. I was like, holy fuck. That's like an insane level of detail to get right on like a piece of free artwork. I appreciate that. Holy fuck. Thank you, Hellbent. Jesus. I gotta start adding Hellbent to the descriptions on these because I've been using the artwork so much.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar.
I don't even
over
like
there?
ask for these. She just makes
Mr.
them for me. I
Oreo.
appreciate her a lot. Oh, I saw this one. This is another. We're kind of entering the little H3 update segment before we get into Carl Jobst now, and this one is crazy. So I saw this on Leftovers H3. I almost posted it myself. I made it all the way to my subreddit, and this one is I'm so sick of people like Ethan Klein acting like Nazis are the only like the Nazis only hated the Jews, and they posted all the other statistics. Leftovers is very angry that a Jewish man referred to swastikas as an explicitly anti-Jew symbol. This is so fucking stupid, dude. These guys are so fucking crazy. And then I posted this and like, based? This one's good because if you don't understand, if you didn't see the first episode of The Last of Us on HBO, you have no idea what this reference actually is. And we're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna keep it that way. Oh, I did have to talk. Stop with the fucking promote button, Twitter. I'm not giving you more money. Sean's race card is starting to get the white peel marks on the edges. This is Sean DeBlack's 1.2K viewed fucking thumbnail. What did he call me? Sean N-word with Ethan in blackface with a cop hat photoshopped onto it. And then him saying, you're obsessed. And literally, Ethan has no idea who this guy is. And I thought this was a little clever one. That like Sean's entire content structure is like roulette. He just puts it all on black. That's all he's got. Oh, how can I angle this new conflict into being a race-related thing? He's got one play. Every time, this guy just puts it all on black. Okay? Yeah, literally, on every situation he's in. People didn't... Actually, I don't think a lot of people got that until I said it out loud, but that he's got, like, one move, you know? It's like a Pokemon. You ever play Pokemon when you were a kid and you didn't really know how the battle system worked? So you'd come in and use Flamethrower over and over again until he ran out of HP? Flamethrower is fucking like racism. That's what it feels like. He just steps into every conflict and just hits Flamethrower over and over again until he runs out of HP. And then he goes to a fucking Pokemon Center. And if he runs out of fucking hit points, that's it. He's got no other moves. He just gets fucking mauled. Okay, so this is just promotion. I posted this segment. This was kind of major takeaways from the previous stream. I think, actually, this is not even a joke. My Creator Clash video at Harley outperformed my Content Cop content. Like, that's the beginning of the Creator Clash coverage. I've got a feeling that this is going to be a big topic in June. All right, I'm trying to. They're doing astroturfing. They're sending Frogan to orbit right now. That's fine. I'm trying to astroturf this fucking Content Cop discussion because this is the perfect time to get people talking about it and actually get something done here. So I'm trying to inject this into all of the conversations, and it's seemingly working. But I don't think it's going to change anything. I think this event's going to go off unless people start dropping out of the fight. Which very well might happen. I think this event's going to go off. But I do think that the week we get home from VidCon, it's going to go into overdrive.
Nicholas, the GOAT.
I'm using my foresight here. I imagine I'm probably going to make some content that's like related to this to post when I'm in California the week before. But I think when we get back, it's going to be all Creator Clash in June. And this is kind of the first step towards that arc. I guess we're stepping out of the Content Cop arc, entering the Creator Clash 3 arc. So yeah, in our conversation, Harley jumped in the call and he made a bunch of claims about how Creator Clash 3 was running. Obviously, these are Harley's words. I don't know any of them for a matter of fact. He doesn't show any evidence to support these things, but this is the main fighter on the top of the card telling you that he's been screwed over by the promotion. He claims, by the way, we were wrong. There was no Fight of the Night bonus in Creator Clash 1. There was a Fight Night bonus. Those are very similar, right? Fight of the Night, Fight Night. But the difference is instead of it being $27,000 of Cancer Kid money, it was $27,000 of Cancer Kid's money for every single fighter. Meaning that the 4 charity boxing event had a $20,000 buy-in, like that was what they were given for training. And then at Creator Clash 1, on the night of the event or directly after, they were given an additional $27,000 bonus. So all of these fighters made about $50,000 of the charity money. Now, there was no bonus like this handed in Creator Clash 2, and Harley explained how initially the fighters felt like they went overboard on the gala, or they used that money for a singer, or the money that could have gone to these fighters was paid to a comedian. Not realizing how bad things actually were, the event lost money, and that's why nobody got bonuses. But even if that money was made, right, and they didn't go down negative 250, the money that would have been made wouldn't have all gone to charity, potentially. They might have then paid out additional bonuses to all of their fighters, even if this charity event had made money. So that's something to think about. It's another disastrous thing we found out about the way they ran this event. Have you covered the dad comment? That's actually the next slide. Thank you for reminding me. Harley claims the person he's fighting in the main card event in Creator Clash 3 is being paid more than him, and we've had 2 interactions with Harley. The first one, you guys didn't like him. The second one, you guys were really supportive of him. His whole thing is that everyone gets paid the same because this is Creator Clash. It's not Happy Punch. We're doing this for charity. So everybody should be able... Like Lena from the H3 podcast, who's less known than Sapnap and Tubbo, very, very large-scale Minecraft creators. They can all come together knowing the fact that everybody was paid the same amount of money. It's very virtuous. It turns out Harley has made an accusation that they stealthily paid his boxing opponent, also the main card, more than him. That is a major problem for Harley.
Thank you for being hilarious commentary with variety in content.
Thank you.
It's great to listen while working. Been listening for a few months and wanted to show appreciation.
I appreciate it. So yeah, Harley's upset because this was his one thing that he's been adamant on, and he's fought for them 3 times. He's fought in every Creator Clash. This time, Ian's not the main card, Harley is. And then when they finally bring this guy who's been extremely loyal, who's gone out of his way to defend them, who's gotten calls with Sam Hyde and fought for Creator Clash, you can check them out on the channel. I was there with all the other guys talking about how the Creator Clash 2 event was failing before it even failed, right? How is he rewarded? Well, they apparently took money out of his pocket, and then when he went to go say, hey, this is fucked up, they said there's not enough money in the budget to compensate the other fighters, knowing that this was something that he was passionate about. Now, again, this is Harley's word, but There's a huge rift going on currently in Creator Clash. That was something he'd just found out about. Harley says their fun charity boxing event has been overshadowed by the Israel-Palestine conflict. He claims that the Creator Clash 3 told his guys that Harley was one of the only fighters feeling weird about it after the content cop. Now, I believe it has been extended to 3. They've got 18 fighters, and now 3 of them, 1/6 of them, are feeling a little bit weird after the content cop. Notably, Harley was told this as the only Jewish influencer fighting. And Harley's also aware of the recent tickets disappearing from the Creator Clash 3 page. Upper Bowl didn't know exactly why that was happening, and he spoke to Dad about it. Dad actually commented on my video, and I couldn't find it. I don't know if it was deleted. It was on my video with Harley, but he actually ended up putting a donation on Ethan Klein's stream saying, "Hey guys, I heard about the stuff going down. I feel for you. I really hope everybody feels as good as they can. Hopefully everybody makes it out sane, and good luck to Lena." Lena obviously is fighting in Creator Clash. She's worried about getting booed. Now Dad has to worry about getting booed, and Harley has to worry about getting booed. Imagine being Harley, right? Harley is the only one who cares about the charitable aspect, and in my opinion, right? The only one who gives a fuck about this event. The only one who's constantly fucking promoting this event, promoting it more than they are. The one who's coming out fighting all the detractors, trying to make some fans out of the audiences that he reaches, okay? And he gets fucked on money. Dude, I don't know, how does it feel to be Harley? To walk out after doing all of this, after undying support, to get booed by a bunch of fucking Hasan fans? I'm on the H3 Snark Reddit. They're like, we should buy all the tickets. They're gonna, dude, walking into Creator Clash 3 is walking into H3 Snark. All these people are getting booed. There's a whole thread of all the Snark people crying that Dad made this statement. They were so horrible to him and mean-spirited. This was around the time I started to think Ethan was a bully. I'm disappointed that he's trying to reach out, but I still think Ethan was cruel to him. Seriously, I'm so shocked the Dad saga is what caused me to stop watching for good. This guy is so weird and all over the place. He hated H3, now he's taking their side. I feel confused. Why is bro centering himself on something that has nothing to do with him? I guess, and like, they're literally lashing out against him because he doesn't agree. And again, this is one of the fighters on Creator Clash. I think he's the opening fight. But previously, another main card guy. He fought both AB and fought iDubbbz. And then he also said later, this whole thing is a bummer for all. It's weird that he put that out. I feel confused too. So notably, this is the second Creator Clash fighter, not including Lena, to come out and say that the content cop situation really complicated their event. And I get it. I understand it. Imagine you just want to do this charity event to get money to some kids with cancer who have disabilities, fucking send money over to AIDS, whatever thing they're, Save the Horses or something, and now your fun influencer boxing match has a cloud over it in the shape of a fucking Middle Eastern blood feud over a land dispute that's been raging since before you were born. And that's what we're supposed to talk about now. I just want to punch people in the face for charity, and it's been taken away from them. Now, also, Harley Plays put out another tweet today while I was setting up the stream. This would have been an excellent time to mention Creator Clash coming up. So this is obviously a conversation where Hasan was reacting to himself being asked about Sam Hyde.
You could just hit like a, I don't know. Can you admit at this point that when Sam Hyde did that video, that it was very funny?
No.
I'm friends with you. That was very funny.
His head is kind of small.
He's
got like really broad shoulders.
He's like, I had no idea who the fuck this dude was at all.
I don't believe you.
I'm gonna kill you! He was doing
at the time, I didn't know who this guy was, right?
That's not true.
Right? And I'm like, why is this?
This is what he does to me wait, what? No way. Wait, Sam Hyde?
Fucking ugly freak, like yelling about me all the time. Like I just didn't even.
By the way, again, like, imagine if I talked about Frogan like that. Hasan would be calling me like a Islamophobic racist if I said that Frogan was ugly. It's just so funny how these guys can moralize over shit like this and then immediately turn around and say it to other people. They have no principles.
Even know.
You should have hit me up and I would have crafted your response. You gotta do like your own character. Do like an Iron Sheik or something.
The reason why I didn't do that.
Fuck to you, Sam Hyde.
The reason.
Sam Hyde, fuck to you. Yeah.
The reason why I didn't do that.
That's a dub, bro.
Is because I don't fuck with those guys.
I'm not saying you have to go to the celebrity boxing.
Also, I get that Hasan's watching his own content, but it's so funny to watch him just sit there and like, like, what is this clip, dude? It's just, I forgot that this was a reaction to the video instead of just clipping the actual thing.
Event with KSI and
he's taking a break. I mean, I shouldn't criticize. I think that everyone should do this. When they get up, they should do what Chud Logic does and play one of their own VODs when they walk away from the camera.
Like what?
This is like the perfect eat your lunch type video, so I can't really complain.
I mean, that's what he
I'm
was
just
doing.
saying-
He was on, I think he was literally on the KSI boxing event.
So I'm not saying you have to do that, but I'm saying like if you're like, if you're responding in earnest, that's a L just for the internet. You know?
But I didn't respond at
Either
all.
you don't say anything or you do.
So Harley's like, hey, this would have been a great time to mention Creator Clash 3 is coming up. But why would he do that? He's just going to accept the fucking... I don't know if he's going to get a plane ticket this time, but he's going to accept the red carpet thing and take a bunch of pictures with the fucking genocide crew. Why would he support the event? It's not like Ethan's fucking supported all of the fighters who have gone and fought on that event.
The Iron Sheik style character.
Yeah, that's why I did
where
that.
You're like...
Sometimes I wonder if it would have proved more beneficial for Creator Clash to have chosen H3 instead of Hasan in the divorce. It has not made, or not made any choice at all. The event really could have used that. And then Harley uses this as an opportunity to get a bunch of people and get a bunch of impressions going over to buy tickets for Creator Clash. Unfortunately...
What's the name
Unfortunately,
of the guy,
I'm not
the
giving my
Keemstar
support,
Orbiter? Nick
and I
Oreo.
am saying what
Mr.
I've been
Oreo.
saying the entire time. This is just the truth. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. Do not give this person your money. People who fuck up charity do not deserve your charitability. Is that a great motto? People who fuck up charity do not deserve your charitability. I don't think you should fucking support this event. Full stop. I'm sorry it's a charity event. I see what Harley is doing. I respect him for trying. Okay, but I am not doing that, and I am not going to that, even though I was offered to go there, like to get like comped for a ticket or whatever. I don't want to support these people. Yeah. I tell my audience to very much do the same. If you want to watch this shit or whatever, I'm not condoning piracy, but if you're going to send any money anywhere, click the link of charities and send that money directly to the charity. Okay? Because I don't really trust them, even though they say things are different this time. All right? You don't know. Somebody mentioned this. They go, I thought my money was going to kids with cancer, but it went to flying Frogan out for a red carpet event or putting Frogan in a hotel for the weekend. Could you imagine? You're like, oh, at least I'm doing something good with this money. I could go watch the Jake Paul fight. That'll probably be infinitely better than watch Ian get post-concussion syndrome by getting bashed in the skull over and over again. But at least I'm doing something for a good cause. And the good cause was giving Frogan room and board so she could take red carpet photos with the actual YouTubers. It's like a Make-A-Wish kid. It's literally a Make-A-Wish kid getting to hang out at the big YouTube event for all these people to have their own VidCon. It's disgusting. It's a clout orgy. It's fucking cloutgasm. So yeah, that's what we got today. That's the that's what I've got for you on the Frogan, Ethan, Hasan, Destiny Creator Clash thing. And I will be covering a lot more Creator Clash moving forward as things keep arising in that little sector. All right, opening little segment here. I want to talk about this because I'm not going to skip any opportunity to talk about Bowblax ever again after the bullshit that he pulled with the... and again, that's just my personal prerogative. You can take it or leave it. I don't really give a fuck. After the whole, like, try to turn all these schizo people into like, attacking me or whatever by, like, making up the comment cop shit, bro, that just reset the clock back to 0. Score settled, start over. That's where I view it. We are entering our spite-driven Bowblax arc, kicking while he's down edition. So I saw this one. We were covering this actually on that same stream, funny enough. And Bowblax had tweeted, this might be the first Nintendo console that I'm not getting at launch because of the price. There's still a ton of Switch and non-Switch games that I need to finish, and I don't have a burning desire to play Mario Kart the second it comes out. So Bowblax was like, yeah, I don't know, I can't really afford this console, the tariffs are coming in, but obviously that's not going to super affect him in particular because he's in Canada. The issue is Canada's dollar is jack shit, so whatever it costs over here, it costs way more over there. As you could imagine, this didn't last super long. Let me see if I can grab, let me hit where's my little music folder? I need to start storing my music better.
What is Bunty King to you?
A person?
I
Who is Bunty King?
think if we
Nicholas
hit it,
DeOrio?
eventually, if I hit like enough of the songs I usually play, it'll give me the one I want. My mix. Nope. Yes, there it is. Got it. I just want to put this in the background, dude. Yeah, let's just put that there. So obviously, Bowblax could not afford to get the Nintendo Switch because he's currently dealing a court battle with a foreclosure. There's Alec. I think he said that his mom is suing him or something. I don't know what's going on with that. Lots of problems going on in Bowblax's household. But, ladies and gentlemen, he did secure the pre-order. How many in chat got the Switch 2 pre-order? I got it because Smaggle wrote me at 12:01, and then I heard Target was down. This is my strategy. If you don't ever get these consoles, you find whichever one is down. Like, down from the very beginning. And then you have the opportunity, when it goes down, to be like in the queue, and then you might sneak through and get one. Because by 12:05, if you didn't have a Switch, you probably weren't getting one. Like, if you weren't already waiting in line, you were probably fucked. But Target was down, so you could just try to brute force your way through it, and then maybe you'll get one. That's how I did it. Because you got to assume that, like, the ones that are working correctly have probably already sold out. Smaggle was crazy. I think he waited 2 hours for Best Buy to open up. And if anytime it says coming soon on Best Buy, I just assume I've already missed the pre-order. But he ended up getting it. Good for him. I would not have waited. I brute force Target. I got my pre-order in. That was that. But if you check here with Bowblax in particular, now he's doing this in Canadian. He didn't buy it.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5.
He put down a deposit. Because he probably doesn't have the funds to buy the whole machine. I'm so... whatever, I don't mean to fucking... dude. I didn't realize that the first time I looked at this. He only put down 300. What is it there? Like 5 Canadian? Is it 500 Canadian? If it's 500 US, then that's like... it depends on which one he's getting. Yeah. He paying for it. He's got to pay 200 more. Well, 200 more gets it in the United States. It's 750 Canadian. Yeah, he's got a long way to go, guys. But he has 2 months or whatever. He's got a month and a half to get the money. All right. He's got that. You know what? Wait. Actually, you know what's funny is as the Switch was coming out, right? You might not have realized this because obviously, who the fuck is watching this shit? But since the Switch announcement, dude. Bowblax has been super active on his channel. It's so fucking transparent, dude. Look at this. Dude.
Switch to.
He's finally posting regularly the minute that he needs money to buy his little Nintendo toy.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
I was dying, dude, when I
Mr.
first saw this. But yeah, holy shit. Yeah, so he's back up doing his own thing. And now, dude.
What's the name of the guy?
Thank you.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
Stop giving me Bowblax's Nintendo Switch money, chat. Stop it. So, the reason why we're here talking about him today is because my alternate account, obviously, Comment Cop, posted a picture from 2023 and a picture from 2025. The picture on the left is Bowblax on his Mayo Monkey Black's alt Twitter that's locked down, saying that within 2 years, Tipster will, quote-unquote, trans out. Yeah, so... 2 years later... And this is kind of just, like, lays down the biggest problem with Bowblax. It's not really a gender-specific argument. The problem is that Bowblax has no actual principles on anything he talks about, right? Whatever he claims to be, like, for or against, the minute he gets into a fight with you, fuck that shit. It's thrown out. We're not... Yeah, this is the tweet that I put out about it. Bowblax always tries to retcon himself into some kind of LGBTQ ally. Because he'd tweet shit like, non-binary people are valid, and then forget all the times he took direct gender-related shots at people he hated. And then I wrote, Bowblax is a straight-up malicious actor who forgets any ethic or morals that he pretends to have on a daily basis to go scorched earth on anyone who mildly inconveniences him. By day, Bowblax is a pandering loser. By night, he gets amnesia and contradicts everything he's ever said because someone upset him. And, well, yeah, so That's true. That's fully true. We've kind of demonstrated this on multiple occasions. This is a singular example for that, right? Obviously, this is Bowblax who tweets out like trans lives matter, and he tweets out like non-binary people are valid. We can take the non-binary people are valid one at, you know, kind of half because he himself is non-binary, so that's a self-serving one. But the main point is that Bowblax oftentimes was trying to associate himself with current trend, whatever is popular on Twitter, extremely safe opinion stuff,
Does this
you know?
mean he could actually grow a beard and chose to look the way he did?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's on some kind of medication. That's I don't know what's happening now. Maybe he was like, I need to look. I have to have the worst beard possible for as long as I can until I can go full with the transformation. Or it could be filters. I don't know. Whatever it was, Bowblax could not grow a beard until he like became non-binary. Then like the beard started to fill out a lot. It reminds me a lot of like Tom Syndicate's facial hair for a couple of years before he could then just pull off facial hair regularly. I did notice that. But anyways, this was a tweet that I posted. I didn't think it was super controversial. I think most people typically agree with this. A couple examples off the top of my head of when Bowblax did this. On screen, comment cop, he just made up some fucking allegation about me and then tied it to like technicals. So all those guys started trying to fight with me. That was crazy, straight up bullshit, lie, malicious activity against someone who doesn't like him. Another one being that like he dick rode Keemstar for years, got kicked from a group chat and became like the biggest anti-Keem person ever, saying that everyone was protecting him and shit, and that like he needed to do more bully streams against Keemstar, going out of his way to make extremely terrible points because he doesn't understand what he's actually talking about. Another example being the Turkey Tom one, where Turkey Tom said like praise Skibbity or perish, and then Bowblax just happened to have a huge compilation VOD of the pyrocynical Tom allegations that he dumped like the next week or whatever, as soon as he got into a fight with Turkey Tom, and it was like super relevant. Then he just happened to have like a gigantic compilation VOD that was designed to fuck him.
Big shout out to Nicholas.
This is something he does a lot, okay? He's been doing this for years. It probably happened when I was friends with him and I didn't clock it. But Bowblax has always been like this. Again, there's a Destiny example we'll take a look at here. But again, Destiny's not the strongest example for really anything right now. And then I also saw this one where Bowblax is again trying to offset any criticism against him and just apply it to, oh, look, teehee, I'm autistic. Bowblax constantly hides behind mental illness, hides behind autistic status, hides behind drug use to constantly like push people away from criticizing him or meet them to agree to disagree or make them feel bad for him in any such way. He expressed to Connor that the BPD diagnosis that wasn't real was a way that he could explain older incidents in the past. He was trying to constantly use the BPD diagnosis to explain like present shit a couple of months ago. And then Bowblax has constantly pulled the autism card. It's like Sean DeBlack, but if he was retarded. I don't know. He just constantly like whips the autistic card out to like cash or credit every time he can get an opportunity to do so. But it's just funny. I pulled up like the most tried and true example of Bowblax. Got to be careful to not accidentally offend people online. Because, I mean, he made jokes like this all the time in private, even when we were friendly with him. He would just hop in a call with Augie and they would joke about a bunch of shit like this. So it's extremely funny that he's trying to like play this. I'm such a good ally. I'm super fucking PC. I don't say anything controversial ever. I don't ever want to offend anybody ever. But like his sense of humor was always this. Even when we were friends with him, it's extremely funny that he tries to virtue signal online. And I don't really see any need to let him do that now. So then Bowblax responded to me saying, the way Nicholas DeOrio keeps lying about me to keep dragging my reputation down lower in every regard is getting exhausting to deal with. I think point number one for responding to this is that, I mean, it's like when Frogan says that I'm ruining her career, or that Ethan is ruining her career, rather. What career? What reputation? How could I possibly drag something that is like at bedrock level of Minecraft lower? I would need to like use hacks to pull it under. Like I don't know what are you talking? What is this what is this mythical reputation we're engaging with here? I'm not really sure. Nick and most other people knew that I was on a tipster bully arc and making fun of him for any little reason because I thought it was super funny. So, sorry, hold on. Any direct gender related shots I made were exclusively at Tipster and not because I hated him, but because I was laughing at him. This is what I said in the tweet. Like this is literally what I wrote in the tweet. that he doesn't actually have any positions on anything. He has zero principles, and the second he fights with somebody, he just wipes all of those principles clean and just says whatever. It could be misinformation. It could be attacks that contradict his worldview. Anything. Like, it doesn't matter. If he says that he's in bully mode, then he could just say anything forever. That it doesn't matter. Like, what? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. He went in bully mode. I explained it. I wrote this down below because somebody pointed this out to me, and they said, even if he was on a tipster bully arc, his anti-LGBTQ statements about tipster invited the same statements about him. If he can mock tipster for it, why can't we mock Bowblax? I go, hey guys, it turns out all bets are off. I can tweet out Augie's phone number because I feel like it. I can publish false allegations about Keemstar with intent to harass his reputation, and I can play Turkey Tom videos on stream while I walk my dog because I'm now on a bully arc. Apparently, if you say bully arc, it's like the purge. Okay, you can do everything and anything is legal for 24 hours. Nick knows this. Many of our current former mutuals knew this, and my stream audience understood this. Yeah, I've been criticizing you since we've fallen out about this constantly, 100%. Here's a clip from a main channel video I did with our mutual Willie Mac show that was posted a year prior to the tipster bully thing. Nick knows I'm not a fake ally and he's actively lying to you. Well, if you try to portray yourself as an ally who believes in all these things, but you can't think of a good way to criticize tipster, keep in mind, the easiest target of 2023 and 2024, okay? You literally couldn't miss tipster. Okay, he was literally fucking up in every conceivable fashion.
Nicholas,
right?
The GOAT.
But the only way that Bowblax could attack him is by targeting his gender identity, something he claimed to care about. That's what a fake ally is. Someone who literally swings the sword while constantly attacking others for swinging the sword.
Monkeypox?
And thank you so much.
No.
Did your girlfriend use a strap
Yeah.
on to give you monkeypox?
No. What?
Thank you. I heard you're into some BDSM shit, so I'm just wondering if that's how you got it. Why are you still here?
Your Honor, my client was on his bully arc.
So, I wrote, Bowblax literally confirmed what I said in the tweet. He has zero principles and targeted tipster sexuality, despite parading around as an LGBTQ ally. What he says in his own defense here is unintentionally a confession. And then I followed this up with, this is literally just him admitting I'm right. So I showed, this is the part where I highlighted when I was reacting to it, and then me saying he's a malicious actor who targets who forgets any ethics or morals to go scorched earth on anyone who's mildly inconvenienced him, which again, it's just this is what he's saying. He just wrote it nicer. And then Tipster put out a statement engaging with Bowblax because he didn't want to get involved, but then chose to get involved anyway. He said, not that I agree with Nick, as far as I'm concerned. Any beef with you and I is behind us. I'm just not interested in holding grudges anymore. But I did want to chime in with this. I wouldn't call you a fake ally. I do think you sincerely hold values that support LGBTQ causes, but I'm sure you can understand why some might see your attacks against myself for my own queer identity and my support of the LGBTQ causes in the past and view that as you being a fake ally. Regardless of how you truly feel, your past actions are going to influence how people perceive you, especially as a public figure, as we are content creators. Actions have consequences. And unfortunately, you are seeing the consequences of your own actions in the past, and it might not seem right or fair, but that's just kind of how it is. And to be clear, I'm not here to join any dog pile or be a jerk. I just figured it was worth being considered, you know? And then I wrote, Tipster posts this under his tweet. The point isn't to highlight his ally status, just as simply an example.
Nicholas, the GOAT.
Bowblax is a chameleon. He has no
$5,
principles or positions. He starts a spite-driven jihad against any singular entity that slights him. But Tipster, for better or for worse, is mostly right here. Yeah. And then I saw this one. So this is Comment Cop, who wanted to point out another example. Again, you can really sub in just about any time Bowblax was malicious. But I guess in his most recent tweet, he wrote, "This just proves I stick to my morals," over this tweet right here. Bowblax is a malicious actor who forgets ethics and morals. I saw the second part of this. This is a super fucking psycho conclusion to come to. Malicious actor, scorched earth, forgets ethics and morals. When have I ever compromised my morals to maliciously go after someone who mildly inconvenienced me? And this was like the tweet that Bowblax had already apologized for, where he signal boosted false allegations against Destiny, like the Courtney messages, and then tried to like apply that to current discussion and stuff. He had already apologized for this. He went kind of back on the apology privately, right? This is literally Bowblax signal boosting a false allegation just because he hates somebody. Now, I don't pick the Destiny example because obviously Destiny's in shit right now. There are many other non-controversial picks, but this is obviously like an extremely easy example. And in response to this, he said, "I proves I stick by my morals, one of which is being against constant positive promotion to pedophiles, like how Destiny did with Mr. Girl. I didn't give him a pass because he's a popular streamer that my peers enjoyed watching or collaborating with. Dude, I stuck by my morals knowing I was peddling false allegations against someone I disliked." Again, Bowblax could have quoted a multitude of tweets exposing Destiny, and he probably could have hit his mark, but he willingly chose to do so under a mutual friend joking with Destiny that was being signal boosted as if it was a legitimate allegation of pedophilia. Again, he knew Courtney. Courtney was involved in like the previous drama at the time when he tweeted this. So it's like extremely obvious he did this personally because he hates Destiny and not like thinking about the repercussions of posting like a legit false allegation to smear him. So that was fun. Again, if fucking Ryan Beard can make these arguments better, I don't know why retarded Bowblax couldn't figure it out. But yeah, Bowblax is like, "Hey guys, I have tons of morals and ethics. I just tweet out false allegations," which again, he's simply done with me in regards to the most recent comment cop stuff. And lastly, this is the only little other thing I want to mention about Bowblax, just chiming in and reminding you that he's like a huge piece of shit. Shout out to Internet Versus, who posted with a 5-day, Bowblax posted with a 5-day head start. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's not going well. This is sad. Connor's channel is like way smaller than Bowblax's channel, and it's outpacing Bowblax's he's finally posting and it's too late. Also, for a second there, I got kind of confused, and maybe you did as well, because I thought this was a Bowblax video until I saw the Internet Versus logo in the top right corner. What the fuck is this thumbnail? What is this crusty, low-res, 1080p screenshot? New content cop sucks. LMFAO, where like his little profile pic is cut off on the side. Why is this the thumbnail that he chose? This just doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not really like, why not just use the thing? Bowblax goes out of his way to make things more difficult for no reason. And then I wrote, yeah, Internet Versus doesn't intentionally avoid my tweets, so my vote is for them. So yeah, that's that. Why is Keemstar here? I guess because that's the other thing. Why was Keemstar the choice tweet? Why not go with like H3H3 or do like a fake tweet? That's what people usually do. They put like a fake tweet or something if they're going to do this. This just seems like the worst possible thumbnail for a video like this. It's even Drama Alert. The Drama Alert account is probably more relevant. And it's also, he hates Keemstar. Why would he want to like signal boost? What was his other thumbnail real quick before we get into the Frogan stuff? Because we're about to switch over. That was basically all I had to say about Bowblax today. Like, oh god, dude, he put the swastika thing in the thumbnail. That seems like an interesting one. I doubt that that'll get hit for monetization, but that's a risk I personally wouldn't take. He did like X versus and then it bombed, like severely bombed, like worse than one of his Mayo Monkey live stream VODs probably. And then after that, he brought back Twitter versus. Notice he actually recently changed back to red. He changed the blue thing back to red. He changed this a while ago back to Twitter versus, so he's making some money moves here. But I don't know, what is this low-res picture of Ian? I can't read the text on the screen here. Swastika becomes a skinhead. New content cop on a Jew. What did he mean by this? I feel like I wouldn't put the text swastika in my thumbnail either. I don't know what's happening here. Oh yeah, the banner art. Apparently the code Bowblax on Meta does work. I was reinforced that is the case. I think Augie tested it out. So Bowblax was not dropped by Meta, I found out recently. Which is both surprising and not surprising, because one, Meta drops not Meta. Yeah, Meta PCs doesn't drop anybody. They just did like the Dr. Disrespect collab PC. And then surprising because for a time his code wasn't working when people were testing it out. So I don't know if he got like suspended or if there was a glitch on the site, but he is currently still on Meta. So that was a little correction there. So yeah, that's Bowblax. I feel like I'm going to just throw him on the screen every time he acts out now and make fun of him, because realistically, I don't see any incentive to let sleeping dogs lie if he's just going to start lying about me publicly and farming the same 200 people who hate me on Twitter because he can't garner his own audience anymore. I see no reason to let people forget that he's a huge piece of shit, and I will probably take every opportunity to cover him that I can. Speaking of banked VODs that are ready to come out, this nut catches Extra Emily on the road. We have an Extra Emily segment that's going to be bundled in with the next Alex video that I've been meaning to post for quite a while. And if you saw that segment, this is funny. If not, well, then you have no idea what I'm showing you here, but it's a little intro doodah.
Well, you're paying to a huge pension. Look, that's Emily! Coming in a white Tesla! Just ripping through the red light.
Dude, I was surprised when we looked up Extra Emily how many clips there were of auto-related problems associated with her. This nut guy, I've tangentially seen him over the years. I don't really know what his whole deal is. I don't even know what kind of streamer he is, but eventually, like, he'll pop up on like an LSF thread talking about something I'm aware of. Yo, thank you so much for hitting the goal. Way to get started right off the bat.
Guy,
thank you.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Don't start throwing all your shekels at once. We have to talk about a Bowblaxian Switch drama in a minute, so I know how you guys get when we talk about stuff like that.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick
but
Oreo,
thank you. This is a little there's another little thing. Again, this is something I would never in a million years talk about on the channel, and I don't mean to single out a small content creator, but what the fuck does this mean?
Nicholas DeOrio.
Chat, what the fuck does this mean? This hit my recommended because I've been watching a lot of Last of Us related content recently, and I saw the Last of Us PS5 controller. Every icon tells a story, and then the caption or on the little thumbnail text or whatever is, "It's more than just a controller." Well, it is more than just a controller because Sony is charging $85 for this thing. It's not even like it's a regular $70 controller. There's like an additional $15 here or whatever. That's how much it is, 70, right? Like there's an upsell price on the paint job. It is out of stock. Everything gets sold out. I think Donkey made a good video exploring that fucking solution. And I'm looking at this controller and it's just sticker bombed. This is fucking hideous. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Maybe this is your speed. There are people who like The Last of Us who think this thing is ugly. I like The Last of Us. I personally think it's ugly. Like, you can see Ellie's tattoo here is, like, being shown on the bottom with, like, a grayscale. I feel like if they just took the wallpaper and they put that on the controller, it would be an infinitely better looking item than whatever the fuck this is. It's just sticker bombed. Actually, someone pointed this out to me, and I didn't even think about it until I saw it. They go, "It looks like a shitty sticker bomb," and I go, yeah, I think the Fortnite controller looks better. This is literally, did they have the same guy who made the Fortnite controller do like their biggest IP? What the fuck's going on here? Why does it look like the Fortnite controller? It's like, and again, I don't understand the color scheme here either. Why is the bottom of the controller white with white sticks? Maybe this is just me nitpicking. Why not like gray, black on gray, you know? Or maybe just don't go with black, because for some reason,
the name of the guy,
all these controllers
Orbiter,
are fucking
Nick
black.
Oreo,
These are all the special
Mr.
edition
Oreo.
controllers. I kind of ranked them. I don't know how much you guys give a fuck about this, but I think obviously the Astrobot one is really nice. The fucking 30th anniversary one is clean as shit. I like the Spider-Man one. The Hogwarts one is probably pretty sick, but nobody could get that because it was an extremely limited run. I think those sell for like $400 in secondary. This is the LeBron James colorway. I don't know, why does The Last of Us, the Fortnite one, and the LeBron James colorway all share like defining traits? I don't know. Astrobot is easily the best one here. I think Concord is like a stealthing one, right? I mean, the game sucks, but I think Concord is pretty fucking clean looking. I think this is a Final Fantasy one too, and this is obviously God of War. I don't know what this is. Not really sure. It's a more recent one. I don't know. Helldivers? Is this Helldivers?
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
But yeah, I mean, I got the anniversary one. I got a couple Spider-Man ones, and then otherwise, I don't have really any of these. I tried to get the Astrobot one. They canceled my order. I was super sad about it.
Nicholas, the goat.
You didn't
Thank
realize
for the
Concord got
$5,
I mean, the
man.
Concord one's kind of fresh. And then Tommy wrote me, he goes, does it drift? Because if they fix that, I don't care. And I said, if it stopped drifting, you wouldn't need to buy another one. $85, what the fuck is this? And then he goes, I blame Trump. And then I go, no, Tommy, you don't get it. They raised the price for the design, not the tariffs. And then he said, I blame Obama. Now that was a reference because the controller is half black and half... Okay, you get it? Okay, it was a racial joke about the... Okay, but it's totally random. I don't know why we're spending too much time on this. I also saw a funny clip of Chud Logic today. I thought would be a good little intro doodah that we could... that we can look at here. I don't know what this is in reference to. I haven't seen this drama yet. I didn't even watch the stream, but somebody sent this on Discord, so I thought you might find it funny, because I certainly did. It might be funny or not.
Introduce us.
Okay, so this is the video that's introducing Chud to the new drama.
This. Which is going to introduce us.
What?
What is going on?
Dude, Chud is always in some weird goon shit, or like, I don't know what the fuck, dude. This is the topics that we miss by not being a daily streamer. I kind of want to know what's going on here.
Can I even watch this?
Dude, Chud's in the goon kit. Where's the Chud gooning song? Does anyone have that? Chud Logic gooning. Goon Cave? Is that what it's called? Dude, he used to use this as like an intro song. You ever hear this?
Myself in 2010 this morning, joy 8. Gooning, I'm gooning, but death is coming sooner. Pay 500 every day for OnlyFans. I can't
No way.
wait until I drop the chin off. He won't let him gooning. Okay.
That's mental.
Star Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
Dude, people are like,
Mr.
AI is gonna
Oreo.
take your job, and like AI is just sitting there over here making the Goon Cave Spicy Chud Logic remix. So I don't know if I should feel good or bad about
say
that.
something to
What
you,
is
Nick?
this, dude? He's gooning every day, dude.
Why?
He's gooning 24 hours. What's going on? I got my 2,500 closest friends and family with a little viewer dip a couple of seconds ago. I'm not sure if we had any connections. I'm seeing we detected video on your stream belonging to someone else. What?
Appreciated the shout out.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Did we just get claimed by the Goon Cave? What the fuck, dude? The Goon Cave just came in, bro. Maybe that was earlier. I don't know, dude. That's the Goon Cave. It was Bojack. I gotta edit it some way. The original one didn't get picked up. I think it's the intro, outro part. I think if you just smash Bowblax's face all over it, you can completely get away with it. But